Today is day 25, and it will be the final day of this unprecedented gas price protest on the House floor. The reason it is the final day is because the Congress will be back in session on Monday.
This may be the last day of the August break, but this fight continues.
It was 5 weeks ago today that Speaker Nancy Pelosi dropped the gavel on the House floor, silencing debate on energy independence, and adjourned this House by one vote.
And all we're asking her as our Speaker, rather than her perceived supreme legislator, is to let us have an up or down vote on it.
Many believe that that gas price protest would be a one-day event. Speaker Nancy Pelosi and the House Democrats have made it clear that even though the American people did not get a vacation from high gasoline prices, they believed it was appropriate for Congress, as of today, to take a 5-week paid vacation, and we disagree.
We do have a bipartisan majority that agrees with the Republicans' all-of-the-above strategy, and she is politically trying to frustrate the will of the United States House.
The American people are tired of talk about energy independence. They want action.
She's actually frustrating the will of the majority of Congress that wants to do everything it can to help people in this time of economic suffering, and she's continuing to try to frustrate that will from being expressed through the process.
The truth is, the American people don't want to wait until Election Day and wait until a new administration to see this Congress come together and forge a bipartisan compromise that gives the American people a comprehensive energy strategy that includes more access to American reserves.
If people in Santa Barbara get it, all of America gets it.
Has this been a success? I think absolutely. I think the fact that the Speaker is still trying to frustrate the will of the majority, not only of this Congress, but of the American people, on an up or down, all of the above vote, is more proof that we have made progress in this effort.
It had been our hope that Speaker Pelosi and the Democrats, after a short period of time hearing from people all across this country struggling under the extraordinary weight of record gasoline prices, would respond to that call. But sadly, they did not.
I have no doubt that we'll come up with a plan, frankly, that the American people will like.
First, I'm glad that after writing a book, she's decided to unilaterally write an energy policy for the United States.
It is the end of the session, but not the end of the battle. The chickens have come home to roost for the Democrats. This issue will not go away.
To speak in with the about energy with the American people has actually had a tremendous impact.
What we want is to urge all Americans who have joined with us in spirit, who have written emails, who have written letters, who have called their congressmen over the past 5 weeks, to stay in the fight.
Has this been a success? In my mind, yes, because it's done one very important thing. It's reminded the American people that the Democratic Party runs the Congress.
Energy independence is not a Republican issue. It's not a Democrat issue. It's an American issue.
But on our part, we believe we've done what we need to do to remind the American people which party is looking out for their economic interests and will fight for American energy security and independence.
If you think you saw resolve this August, you ain't seen nothing yet.
And this is not a conclusion, it is a commencement. We will continue to fight for energy security and independence for the American people.
This is not the end of the gas price protest. This is the beginning.
Let the ashes rise, let the people stare, let them cast their gazes out like knives into the smoky heavy air. And deep inside this circle, this encroaching house of flame, trapped against our ignorance, oh, scarce can our beliefs remain unchanged.
We received earlier today a list of what is on the schedule for next week on Capitol Hill, and it's available to the press, I suspect, as well. But the first of what will be, I think, 3 weeks of scheduled sessions will include next week the Sequoia Trout Rivers Wild and Scenic River Study Act of 2008 and the No Child Left Inside Act of 2008. That's all that's been announced.